If you're a dog owner here in Smyrna, Tennessee, you already know what a fantastic place it is for our four-legged friends. So what we're going to do here is lay out a really clear, simple path for you to find the perfect professional trainer to help you and your dog make the most of our great town. Just imagine for a second, you're taking a nice, peaceful stroll along the Smyrna Greenway. Your dog is trotting happily right beside you, no pulling, no craziness. That kind of experience? That's what good training gets you, and believe me, it is totally within reach.
All right, so where do you even start? Well, the very first thing to look at are two huge pieces of the puzzle: the trainer's core philosophy and their actual professional qualifications. If you get these two things right from the get-go, you're setting yourself up for success. Nowadays, the gold standard in dog training is something called positive reinforcement. It's backed by science, and it's effective and, humane. The whole idea is to build a relationship based on trust, which is exactly what you need to have a well-behaved dog you can confidently take anywhere around Smyrna. Okay, I know these letters can look like a bit of an alphabet soup, but they're so important. Seeing something like CPDTK or KPA-CTP tells you that a trainer takes their profession seriously and they're keeping up with their education. And if you're dealing with something tougher, like serious anxiety, a certification like the IABC-CDBC means you're talking to a real specialist. Now let's talk about the how. How is this training actually going to happen? There are a few different ways to do it, and honestly, the best one just depends on your goals, your dog, and what your day-to-day life looks like. So let's compare the two most popular options. Group classes? They're amazing for practicing skills with other dogs and people around, to get your dog ready for a busy spot like Sharp Springs Park. But private lessons, those are perfect for tackling problems that happen right inside your own home, like jumping on people or making a mad dash for the door. And for folks who might need a more concentrated approach, there's board and train, where your dog stays with the trainer for an immersive experience, or day training. These can be really great for building a solid foundation in a shorter amount of time. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the practical stuff. It really helps to know what training typically costs here in Smyrna and to be up to speed on the local rules that every dog owner needs to follow. This chart should give you a pretty good feel for what you can expect to budget, not just in Smyrna, but in the wider Rutherford County area. You can see that a 6-week group class is pretty accessible, while a deep dive board and train program is obviously a bigger investment. This helps you line up your goals with what you're ready to spend. This is where good training really comes into play. It directly helps you follow Smyrna's local rules without even thinking about it. A dog that walks nicely in a leash, doesn't mind wearing a collar and tags, and knows when to stop barking just makes you a responsible owner and a really good neighbor. So when you think you found a trainer you might like, going into that first conversation with some key questions ready is probably the best thing you can do. It really lets you turn that chat into an interview so you can make a choice you feel great about. I'd lead with this one. It's a straight-up way to make sure their methods are humane and based on that positive reinforcement we talked about. Honestly, their answer here tells you a ton about how they're going to treat your dog. Next up, just ask them about their certifications. And don't feel awkward about it. You're just confirming their commitment to their profession. Any good trainer is going to be happy and proud to tell you about their qualifications and how they keep their skills sharp. And last but not least, make it personal. Your dog isn't like any other dog, and your life here in Smyrna is your own. You want to hear that the trainer is listening and can build a plan for your specific challenges, whether that's behaving downtown or just walking calmly past your neighbor's house. Okay, so once you get started with training, you've got to take those skills out on the road, right? Into the real world. And the good news is, Smyrna has some perfect spots to do just that. The Smyrna Greenway, for example, is just perfect for practicing a nice, loose leash walk with all sorts of distractions like bikes and joggers. Sharp Springs Park has all that open space to work on obedience with real-life stuff going on. And of course, the Bark Park there is the safe, legal place to really nail that super important recall command. By finding the right training, you're doing more than just fixing a couple of behavioral issues. You're really opening up your world. Pretty soon, you'll be out enjoying the farmers market, the local parks, and all the things that make our town great. And you'll have your confident, happy, well-behaved best friend right there with you. We wish you all the best on your training journey.